All right, strap in, everyone, because today we're diving deep, really deep into something pretty incredible.
Sounds exciting.
It is. It is. We're looking into OceanBase database, and let me tell you, the stuff they've accomplished
Yeah.
is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
They've been powering Alibaba's Double 11, it's the world's biggest shopping day, for 11 years straight.
Wow.
No hiccups, no downtime, just pure transaction handling magic for over a decade. That's got to be some serious tech, right?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking about handling a truly insane volume of transactions flawlessly.
Yeah, that's what caught my eye, too. Their own documentation even highlights it.
Yeah.
So to break this down for us, what exactly is OceanBase?
Well, in a nutshell, OceanBase is what's called a native distributed database.
Okay, native distributed. Those are some pretty techie terms.
Yeah, fair enough. Basically, native means it was built specifically for this kind of massive scale.
Yeah.
Distributed means the data is spread across numerous servers instead of being stuck in one place. Think of it like having multiple warehouses instead of one giant one. Everything is just more efficient and resilient that way.
So that's what sets it apart from what, say, a smaller business might be using for their database.
Exactly. A traditional database can become a bottleneck when things get too big.
Bottleneck, got it.
OceanBase is designed from the ground up to avoid that. It's like a superhighway for data.
Makes sense. Now, another thing that jumped out at me in their docs, TPCC and TPCH benchmarks. They hold world records in both.
Ah, yes, the benchmarks. Those are industry standard tests that basically put databases through the ringer, simulating all sorts of real-world scenarios.
So it's not just marketing hype.
No. To ace both those benchmarks means OceanBase can handle a crazy volume of transactions, like processing millions of orders, and it can also handle really complex analytical queries.
Like what kind of queries?
Like digging deep into years of sales data, spotting trends, finding patterns, that kind of stuff, and doing it all with incredible speed and efficiency.
So faster processing leads to better insights, which leads to smarter business decisions. That's a pretty compelling chain of events.
Absolutely. It's all about getting the right information to the right people at the right time.
Now, I keep seeing this phrase in their documentation, integrated architecture. What's the deal with that? Is that how they achieve such high performance?
It's a big part of it, yeah. They've essentially combined the best of two worlds. Distributed systems, which are great for handling huge amounts of data, scaling up as needed, and centralized systems, which are known for their speed. So OceanBase gives you both massive scale and blazing fast performance. It's pretty innovative.
So even if one data center goes down, the whole system keeps humming along.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive in terms of reliability.
Exactly. It's like having a backup generator for your data. You're always up and running.
All right, what else jumps out at you in terms of key features?
Well, hack compatibility is a big one. OceanBase is designed to be very similar to MySQL.
MySQL, that's like a really common database system, right?
It is, yeah, super widely used. So what this means for companies is they can actually migrate their existing applications to OceanBase without ripping everything apart and starting from scratch.
Smart. Less disruption, faster adoption.
Yeah, exactly. It's a smooth transition.
Okay, but even migrating a massive database, even if it's a smooth transition, that still sounds like a pretty hefty task.
It can be, yeah. But one of the things that makes it easier is OceanBase's horizontal scaling capability. Think of it like adding more lanes to a highway.
Oh, okay.
As the traffic increases, you just add more lanes, keep things flowing smoothly. So as your data grows, you just add more servers to the system. No need to redesign everything.
That's a really clear analogy. So we've got speed, we've got scalability, we've got reliability. But all of this high-performance stuff, it usually comes with a pretty high price tag, doesn't it?
Not necessarily. One of the things that sets OceanBase apart is that it's actually quite cost-effective.
How do they pull that off?
Well, they've got a few tricks up their sleeve. One of them is something called an LSM tree, which is, well, it can get a bit technical.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But essentially, it's a super efficient way of organizing and storing data.
Got it.
Minimizes storage space, which leads to big cost savings, sometimes up to 90%. It's like having a super organized filing system.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. 90% savings, that's huge.
It is. And then they've also got this thing called multi-tenancy, which is another way to save on costs.
Multi-tenancy. Break that down for me.
Okay, so imagine an apartment building, right? You've got multiple tenants all living in the same building, but they each have their own separate apartment.
Yeah.
Multi-tenancy is kind of like that. Multiple users, or even departments within a company, can all share the same database instance securely.
They're all under one roof.
Exactly. They benefit from the shared infrastructure, which lowers costs for everyone. It's a win-win.
Okay, that makes sense. But multi-tenancy, Doesn't that raise some security concerns?
Valid point. But OceanBase has put a lot of effort into making sure data is isolated and secure between tenants.
So it's like having strong walls and separate locks for each apartment.
Exactly. Plus, having full control over their source code allows them to directly address any security vulnerabilities that might pop up.
So cost-effective and secure. That's a pretty powerful combination. Now, one last thing I wanted to touch on. Real-time data analysis. Is that something OceanBase can handle?
Oh, absolutely. They've got something called real-time HTAP, which stands for Hybrid Transactional Analytical Processing.
All right, I got to admit that sounds a bit intimidating.
I know, it's a mouthful. But basically it means OceanBase can handle both transaction processing, like fulfilling orders or updating inventory.
The day-to-day stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And it can also handle complex data analysis all at the same time within the same system.
So it's like having two brains working in perfect sync.
Perfect analogy. It's like being able to track inventory in real time while also analyzing sales trends and then using that information to make immediate adjustments.
That's got to be incredibly valuable for businesses, especially in fast-paced industries.
It is, and that's exactly why we're seeing OceanBase gain a lot of traction in sectors like finance, where real-time insights and rock-solid reliability are absolutely crucial.
Right. If a bank system goes down, even for a minute, it's a huge deal.
Exactly. And that's where OceanBase shines. They even have this 5 IDCs across 3 regions solution for disaster recovery.
Yeah, that was something else. So they're basically spreading the data across multiple secure locations.
Right. So even if a natural disaster takes out one data center.
Municipal ones pick up the slack.
Exactly. Business keeps running without missing a beat.
That's insane. All right, so to wrap things up, we've got a database system that's fast, scalable, reliable, cost-effective, and secure.
And constantly evolving.
And constantly evolving. It really does make you wonder, could this become the new industry standard for databases? OceanBase is pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
They definitely are. It's an exciting technology to watch.
If you're as intrigued as I am, I highly recommend checking out the full OceanBase documentation. It's a deep dive, but well worth the time.
You won't regret it.
All right, that's it for this deep dive.
Yep.
Until next time.
See ya.